Welcome to our QR codes presentation. Let's begin with a little background. There are 32 variations of a linear or standard barcode that can contain between 20 and 30 digits. Some barcode symbologies allow for alphanumeric representation, although most are strictly numeric. These are commonly used as universal product codes on grocery items. Standard barcodes have been successfully used in other areas such as medical and manufacturing environments to reduce data entry by folks on the shop floor, as they can be used to represent part numbers, job numbers, and route steps. In 1966, the National Association of Food Chains conducted their first meeting discussing automated checkout systems. It took from then until 1974, when the first pack of Wrigley's gum, now in the Smithsonian Institute, was scanned commercially by Sharon Buchanan. Barcodes are busting out. The Quick Response Code was invented by Denso Wave, a Toyota subsidiary, in 1994. They are also referred to as two-dimensional barcodes. There are 49 variations of QR codes. Even Microsoft has a variation. QR codes are far more versatile than standard barcodes and are bridging the gap between the print world and the interactive web world. QR codes can contain between 1,800 and 7,000 characters, depending on the kind of data being encoded. Not all QR code readers are capable of reading that much data. Error correction is built into the format at rates between 7 and 30%. How do you read a QR code? You need a computer and a camera to read a QR code. Wait, is that a smartphone I see on your belt or in your purse? Now you just need a reader application. There are plenty of these available, and most are free. Check out your app store. Once you've got an app, it's much more like scanning an item at the grocery store rather than snapping a photograph. In Asia and Europe, a standardized QR code reader is built into the firmware of smartphones. No separate app is required. So what are some possible applications of QR codes? Here's a short list of applications of QR codes. We'll discuss possible uses of QR codes in just a bit. Encode a website URL. This is especially helpful with the long keyword-rich URLs that are popular today. I'd strongly consider placing a printed version of the URL on your print piece as well, so you don't alienate potential site users. If you have a long URL, use a bit.ly address in your print piece. Okay, with 7,000 characters available, you could actually deliver an entire small ebook with a single QR code. Include all of your contact data in one compact square. Not only can you scan it easily, but you can add it to your address book with just a few clicks. Schedule important events with a single scan. Call me. No, really, just scan the code and call me. Scan one code, send an entire email to somebody. Recipient, subject, body, all at once. The cool thing with text messages is how unobtrusive they are. You don't have to get caught up in a big response like email. There's far less social chatter than a phone call. You can accept and respond to a text message while in a meeting. Transmit your email address in a fashion that all but guarantees it'll get added to someone's contact list. Isn't that the goal? Click, locate, instant driving directions. Push your company's SSID and WEP password to your in-store visitors with a square that can only be interpreted by a machine. Videos, Facebook, Twitter, surveys, etc. The list just gets bigger and bigger daily. So what is a QR code? A QR code is really just a paper hyperlink that connects your print world to your interactive web world. Some important QR code considerations. Analytics are critical. If you can't measure it, you can't fix it. Size matters. Make sure your QR code isn't too small physically and it won't be able to be scanned. Contrast matters. There's got to be enough contrast to get a good scan. The error tolerance percentage matters, especially if you plan to get creative by adding or removing pieces of your code by incorporating logos or images embedded in your QR code. How do I generate a QR code? There are many websites that will enable you to generate a QR code for free. At one end of the spectrum, you select whether you want a URL, text, phone number, or map, enter the data in the appropriate fields, and click the button. Now you can download your PDF or JPEG file of your QR code. What are some uses for QR codes? Event entry pass containing ticket number, pre-purchased drink coupons for on-site scanning, business card with QR codes embedded with your Facebook profile, Google Maps link, V-Link, hazardous data material sheets for hazardous materials, URL encoded for online ticket purchasing, test drive request for new car, contains a request number, a mobile number of a car salesman, wedding invitation with a QR code that takes people to an online RSVP link, airport passenger check-in, in-store point of sale directing people to more information, QR codes in printed books taking readers to interactive collateral of the book, videos, surveys, real estate, laptop stickers making it easy for people to connect with you at conferences or coffee shops, put them on t-shirts to promote yourself in public or an upcoming event, paint yours on the side of a building, a bus, a jet, luggage tags, stick a QR code on your applications with a link to the online instruction manual. You'll never have to hunt for that again. Recipes, nutritional information, discount codes. The Oregonian is also now embedding digimarks in photos that users can scan for additional story details. So what do some creative QR codes look like? You'll see with some of these you can embed additional pictures, different colors, company logo. Your imagination can literally be your guide. Some common mistakes. Not testing your code. It's easy enough to scan and test before you release it. Why wouldn't you do this? Getting fancy with the text? Think of a QR code as a physical hyperlink that every barcode scanner should be able to quickly and immediately click. If your QR code requires the user to do much more than point and scan to arrive at the intended content, you're probably doing it wrong. Serving up non-mobile pages, chances are extremely high that your QR codes are being scanned by a mobile device. Make sure that your destination is mobile friendly. Putting QR codes where there is no data signal. Will your codes appear in a location where users will actually have Wi-Fi? Does your printed collateral support the QR code at all? Not offering enough value. This point is highly subjective, but also probably the most important. The proper mindset is to reward the user for scanning your QR code. This reward, however, will change depending on what you're trying to promote. QR codes are gaining momentum like crazy here in America. Whether they're here to stay or not, they're certainly useful, engaging, popular, and entertaining. Find ways to integrate these paper hyperlinks into your business marketing plan today. Thank you.